Okay, you guys, first things first. What I'm going to do is I really want to tell you guys about Debbie's flower sale. Now, I am a little late to the party on this one, so my apologies. I didn't realize that she was doing the sale until a little bit late. I figured it out, which I should always know what's going on over there at Bird's Place. But I didn't, because the holidays just took every little ounce of whatever I had in me out. So I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, she is having a flower sale, and you guys all know that I adore Debbie's flowers. She sells the best paper flowers, and I do not know where she gets them, so don't even ask the question, because I don't ask for people's secrets when they have a certain thing that they sell. I do not ask for their secrets because that's not right. I'm not going to go buying them somewhere else when I am trying to support the business of my dear friend Debbie and or anybody else I know that sells flowers and crafting supplies. On the flip side of that coin, I want you all to know that if I'm making something in my videos, I'm making it because I want you to learn how to make it. I do usually sell them in my store, but I want you to make them and sell them if that's what you want to do. Don't ever think that you can't use inspiration from my videos to make your own of whatever it is I'm making. Whether you put your own twist on it or you don't, you can make it exactly the way I make them. I don't care. Sell them. If that's what you want to do, you sell those items, because I want you to be successful. And I am not a possessive crafter. I do not care. You know, that reminds me, I belong to a little club called We Do Not Care Club, and it is a young lady by the name of Melanie that runs this site on Facebook, the We Do Not Care Club, and it's for premenopause, perimenopause, and postmenopausal women. And it's all the things we don't care about anymore because we've had enough worrying about everybody else and everything else, and we are just going to be who we are. Right, ladies? So let's just be who we are. I would encourage all of y'all to go over there. She's got like 4 million subscribers or followers or whatever it is over there. She's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. She's all over the place. But anyway, I watch her on Facebook in Reels. And then I did join her little party, and I love it. Some of the things these people talk about are crazy, nuts, silly, sad. A little bit of sadness sometimes, you know, people going through a lot of trauma in their lives, happy, and just plain old silly stuff that, you know, we women love at our age. So, anyway, join that party. But anyway, back to the flowers. This is Debbie's. Debbie has a Facebook site called Bird's Place. I'm going to put the link down below so that you guys can get in there today, if you can. I don't know if it's over or not yet, you guys, but you know, maybe if she didn't get, you know, all the sales she wanted, maybe she'll continue it. I don't know, but I gotta tell you guys about her site so that you guys will join. And if you don't get in on this one, get in on the next one, because guys, I'm telling you, her prices are amazing. Her merchandise, her flowers are amazing, and this time it's only strictly a flower sale. It's not, usually she'll have laces and rhinestones and all kinds of other stuff. This time it's strictly flowers, and these are not all of what she's selling, and some of these may not be in the sale, just saying. But these are some of the ones that I have. I am running quite low on my flower supply. But I want you guys to see how gorgeous Debbie's flowers are. So let's take some of the small ones. These are some of the small white ones. They are made really, really well. They are mulberry flowers. She's got different sizes, different shapes. Some of them have heart petals. This one actually has a little dot of pale pink in the middle, and I love it. I don't know if you guys are able to see these real well. I don't think she has any of the yellow ones this time around, but this is a nice fresh flower that hasn't been handled a whole bunch. Some of these I've been handling and moving around and touching, and yeah, they've been around for a while. I just pulled them out of my box because I am so low on the fresh ones. These are beautiful. I know she's got some of the pink ones. This is one of the white ones, and they are gorgeous. This has got the little heart-shaped leaves or petals, you can see. I love the heart-shaped petals. These are cherry blossoms. She has some of these beautiful, beautiful cherry blossoms, you guys. They're gorgeous. These are some cherry blossoms she has. I don't think she has the blue ones this time around. This is just a pale pink cherry blossom. I believe she has white. These are just some pink roses. Look at the beauty in those. They're pink and white. She does have these this time around, you guys. And these are kind of what you would call, I guess, her medium one. These are about a 1-inch flower. These are like half an inch. And then she's got these teeny, 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 tiny ones. Not the yellow ones, but she's got them, I think, in pink and white. These teeny, tiny ones. And these come in super handy for those small projects that you're working on. I don't believe she has any of these anymore, but I did want to show you. Sometimes I resin these flowers to use them on projects. This is what it looks like as a resined flower, and I do all of these that way sometimes. And they turn out really beautiful when resined. They look like they're porcelain. I love this flower, but she didn't get any this time around. I'm sure if her sale goes well, she'll get some more. These are one of my favorites. These are pink and white. And these are one of my favorite flowers that she sells. I don't know, I think you would call these peonies. I'm not positive though, but they are gorgeous. Gorgeous. And she sells these in pink and white, I believe. And then this one, I ordered some lavender ones, and they're not, this is not really lavender, but I did order some lavender ones, and I'm not sure if they're these or not, but these are a 1-inch flower, and they're really gorgeous. I needed lavender flowers desperately. I need purple. This is a purple flower, and I don't believe she has any this time around. This is one of my very, very all-time favorites. It's got the purple and white petals. And I'm hoping she's going to get some more of those in sometime soon. And sometimes she has these beautiful little leaves. And they come in like 10 or 15 in a bunch. But they're so beautiful. And I love them. So this is not, again, this is not all she has. You've got to go over and you have to check out her page on Facebook and see what all she's got. But you guys, once everybody starts getting in there and buying and going crazy, sometimes they can go fast. But right now she's just trying to get the sale going. She hasn't been selling for a while, and so it's a little harder to get started back up again once you've not been selling for a little bit, because people don't know what's going on. They're not checking in as much. So yeah, get over there, and if click on the link that I will have in the description menu. That'll take you right to her Facebook page. Join the party or join the group. It's a great group of ladies. We all chit-chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I should say, we all chit-chat. We talk about our crafts. Sometimes people post things they've made with some of her stuff. And it's just a really, really great group of people who love to craft. So this is something that I recently made, and I did use a lot of her flowers in this and some of the leaves. And you can see how I'm able to make these amazing groupings with my lace appliques and stuff. This is one that I made. This is one of my handmade flowers. But you can see these beautiful, beautiful flowers in here, and they always make every project absolutely gorgeous. And this is a project that I did a while back. And I've had it in my Etsy shop for a little bit, but you know, it is black, but I love this, and I am so surprised that it hasn't sold yet. But one of these days, just the right person is going to come along and they're going to say, oh my word, I have to have that. But I wanted to show you guys, look at how gorgeous this is. And it's got all paper roses in it. These are Debbie's flowers. These are some of the bigger ones that she gets. She doesn't have any of these really big ones this time around, but she does have these beautiful flowers. And I told you those are some of my favorites, these ones here. And they just look amazing. Look at that. This is one of my handmade butterflies, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. And this is a wall hanging, you guys. This is a wall piece. You can hang it from this. And then I've also got, my ribbon's kind of in the way right now. I've got one of my beautiful, beautiful rhinestone, I'm going to just pull that back, rhinestone dangles hanging from the bottom. And there is a hook right here down at the bottom where you can hang other dangles on it and make it even crazier. You know, you could hang a tassel on it or something. You could even, if you wanted to pop this off, you could pop that off and put something else on there. So, but this is gorgeous, you guys. I am just, honestly, I think at one of these points, if I don't sell that, I may pull it out of my store and I may hang it up in my bathroom because I love it. So, thanks for humoring me on that portion of this video. I wanted you all to know that you have a chance to get those flowers. I get the questions all the time, where can I buy those flowers? Well, there you go, guys. She is selling her flowers again, and you can get them at Bird's Place. Speaking of Bird's Place, look at this bird that I made. It's so pretty. I have it out so that I can use it in something, but it's going to get ruined if I don't do something with it soon. Okay, so what we're going to do today, number one, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to read a quote or two. The first one that I'm going to read is by C.S. Lewis, and it's, "Wake up, smile, and tell yourself today is my day." That's kind of what I did today. And here's another one, and this is all I'm going to read. "Act as if what you do makes a difference." It does. So ladies and gentlemen, everything you do makes a difference, whether you think it does or not. Here's the thing. Different strokes for different folks, and you know, sometimes it's crafting that makes a difference. Sometimes it's praying that makes a difference. Sometimes it's just listening to someone, not giving advice, listening. We all need to learn to be better listeners and less concerned about being advisors, because I find when I'm having a bad day or a bad month or a bad year, sometimes that's all I need. I need somebody to listen to me, let me just vent and rant and say what I need to say, and give me a great big old hug and say, "I'm sorry you're going through this. If you need help, I'm here," so that I know they are open to me asking questions and them providing advice if I want it. But if I didn't ask for advice, if I'm just talking and venting, don't give me advice. Most of us don't want advice at that point. We just want you to listen and hear us. So hear your friends. Pay attention when they are feeling particularly down and not themselves. You know, sometimes we miss the clues that somebody is really, really in a bad, bad, bad place. And we got to pay attention to that, you guys, and see if we can help them through that really bad place, because so many things, terrible things are happening to people these days. People are just, the suicide rates are so high, and just the world in general is just, it's gone mad, and it's making me mad. And I just think we all need to pay attention to our friends and our family and just love them through it, guys. Love them through it. Okay, so what we're going to do in this video today is I am going to make a little hobo bag. I know you guys are probably sick of my hobo bags, but I love them. I think they're the cutest little things. I've got two that I want to do, and I'm not really sure if I want to make two or just one and put it all together, because here, this is from a pair of jeans that I bought, never wore, but I bought them because I thought they were cool. They had rhinestones all over them, and I bought them last year. Never ever did I ever wear them. I put them on 4 or 5 times and took them off 4 or 5 times. And so I decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to put those aside, and when the day comes, I'm going to turn them into something spectacular. So today's that day. So I started cutting out the pieces of the jeans that I wanted. This is part of the thigh. This is the bottom, the leg portion down by the ankle. This is one of the pockets, and I just cut it very haphazardly and fringed it, and I think it looks so cute. And here's the thing, I don't know if I want to do the pocket separately, because of course I did keep the back on it. I love making the little pocket purses. I think they're so darn cute, and they're great little gifts for, you know, kids or even adults, because I do make them with, you know, a lot of blingy stuff, and we adults like bling. Some of us do, some of us don't. But those of us who do, you know, yeah, we carry that around if we're just going somewhere real quick for a jaunt, and just kind of put it on your shoulder and see how many people make a comment about it. I bet you'd get a lot. So this piece, I was thinking maybe would go on the back side as a pocket. And what I think I'm going to do is I want to take it and put it this way and have this end be the end that you would put stuff in, and fringe this end and sew it up. So the way that I do my fringe, very, very simple, guys. I've got a couple of strips of fringe made over here as well. I'm going to show you what I'm doing with those to make them even more fringy. But all I do is take my scissors, and actually I think I'm going to make it a little more fringy than I did this. So I'm doing these fringes at about maybe a ½ inch. And they don't have to be perfect, you guys. Each one doesn't have to be the same. If you want to get this done real quickly, just go and just chop, chop, chop. Just don't chop too far. And this is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to turn this inside out, and I'm going to sew it across the bottom. And I'm going to sew that little bag across the bottom. But there's a lot of fringing that has to go on this purse. I'm making it very, very fringy. I do have a couple of tassels that I've made that I want to use. You guys know how to make tassels, and if you don't, I have videos on, I have at least one video on the making of a really gorgeous tassel that I did for, this is getting hard because I'm at the seam right there, that I did for a trunk that I want to finish up. And I'm going to cut between there. And that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we've got our little fringies. Okay, so let's go ahead and sew this right across here. We don't have to turn it inside out because we want the fringe on the outside. So we're just going to sew it and try and make it look nice. And make sure that we get it sewn well. I need to get through this big, you know what, we're going to go like this. Actually, I wish I hadn't done that. I'm going to cut this knot off here. We're going to pull that right through. And we're going to tie a new knot. And I'm going to start from the inside here so that I don't have the knot on the outside. So I'm going to just pop it through right about there. Okay. And now we can start sewing across. And right now I'm going through that seam on the other side, so I want to make sure, oh my goodness, this thread is horrible. And I can actually see it in the thread. It's like very dry. I don't know how to explain it. It feels very dry, like not a fine of course, now we're going to start getting our little fringes caught in there. I'm telling you guys, I'm not a sewer. We're going to do it from this direction. And actually, I like sewing backwards like this anyway, so. But that means one stitch at a time. So, I'm going to fast forward through this so that you guys don't have to listen to me, nor do you have to watch me sew this entire bag. I'm just going to do a few stitches on camera with voice. And I'm actually probably going to put some kind of lace across this section so that I can kind of make it a little bit more decorative. So the stitches are not going to show. Okay, let's see if I can just get this going. We gotta get this going a little faster. Okay guys, so you saw me just kind of stuff that in there, and this is the back side of my handbag here. I need to thread this, which is not going to be a fun task, so I'm going to turn my camera off for a moment and thread this, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I'm starting to sew those little extra pieces of fringe I had over here on the inside. I tucked them to the inside of the bag, and I am sewing them all together with the bag itself. So I already started sewing here. I'm just kind of trying to be very careful in how I do this. I need to get my hand up under here and get all of the pieces in there. I'm trying to be smooth about this. And again, I will put something decorative that is going to go along this sewing line. And I started it out on the inside so that my knot would be on the inside and not seen. So we're going through 3 layers of denim here, but this is not a super duper thick denim. You guys, it's not like a pair of Levi's where you've got to really work to get through it. And I wish I had my thimble, but I don't. So I'm doing this the old-fashioned way by putting holes in my fingers and making blisters. Shoot. The old-fashioned women, at least, they actually had thimbles. They made sure they had a thimble in their hand when they sewed. They knew better. I don't know better. I'm a risk taker, I guess. So hopefully you guys can see this. I'm trying to get the whole thing in the camera's view. I'm just hoping I'm also getting all of the layers of this sewn together. I would like to go across and then come back across a second time, honestly, because I want to make sure that it's not going to come apart. I don't want it to come apart. But you can see this really doesn't take that long to do this process, you guys. It's not so bad. Not bad at all. And I'm just going to start kind of going back through here a little bit. I think I might. I don't know if I'll get all the way across it, but I'm going to give it a shot. Because I'm going backwards, so yeah, I'm losing ground with every stitch this way, but that's what I want to do. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm going to make it all the way across. Yep, this one's the last stitch, and then I gotta knot it. And I've seen people just like do that last stitch and cut it off, and I don't understand why they do that, because it seems to me it would come right on stitch if you did that. But I was always taught to do knots, and I do about 4 or 5 knots, just to be on the safe side. Okay, where's my purple scissors? There they are. I'm gonna go like that, and I need to put my needle somewhere safe. You know what? There we go. At least for now, I know it's safe. I'm going to put it inside this little piece of a sock. Okay. All right, so that's what we've got, and that is hideous, guys. It's okay though, because I am not going to. It doesn't look bad on the front side. It looks fine on the front. Oh well, that's okay. That's good. So this, I think, do I want to sew that together? I think what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to take a little bit of my glue, my hot glue, and I'm going to press that together right there at the top. And then I'll figure out where to go from there. Okay. This is driving me crazy, so and again, it's got that weird fold, kind of folds over where the seam is in a weird spot, but that's how pants do. So I had that comb out so that I could work with my fringe a little bit. Okay, so next, what I think I want to do, I'm so excited I got this on there. So this is what our little fringe looks like, and this is what I do. I just grab it and start messing with it, and I will probably, when this is all said and done, throw it in my dryer for a period of time to flop around and get even fringier. But with me doing this denim, when I pull on these longer fringes, see how they kind of curl? I think that's kind of cool. I don't really need them to be totally fringy, but I do like that little curl that's coming out in them. So yeah, so you see you get a lot of the fringe off of there. Just throw that away. I'm not one that saves fibers. No, no, no. I don't have time for fibers. I know there's a lot of crafters out there that would be telling me that's a no-no, but I am just not a fiber crafter. So it just makes more of a mess that I truly do not need in my craft room. It's messy enough. Okay, so I pulled out this lace because I think it's really pretty. And what I want to do is I kind of want to take this and put it, well, honestly, what I should do is I should take a little piece of this other lace, because I want to take a small lace along that sew line. See what I'm saying? And here's where we're going to go with more hot glue than sewing. Okay? I'm also going to fringe up this top piece here. But for now, I do want to get this bottom piece done. So I'm just going to go ahead. Let me make sure I've got this in the right direction. I don't think it matters on this particular trim. So I'm just going to put some glue right along here at the very beginning, just to get it started. And this piece, I want to go around the corner. Let's get some glue on this piece too. Okay, so we got around the corner there. And I think what I want to do is I just want to put my glue onto the lace rather than, I mean, it would be nice to just put it on the handbag, and I may switch over to that, but for right now, I want to make sure I get it above that first fringe, that little tiny fringe that I've got on there. So I think this is the best way for me to do that, because I can just lay it down right above that spot. Just like that. So you can see that fringe, and it looks cute kind of coming out of that lace. And here I'm just going to just do a little bit so I can get up around that corner. Actually, I don't quite make it around the corner there. That's okay. See, now I sewed up in here on this, but I still have other lace going on there, so I'm not too terribly worried about that because I'm still going to end up covering it. So let's just pretend that we don't have that sewing mark right there. I just kind of went up and off course, I guess, a little bit. That's okay. I tend to do that every now and then. Okay. And I'm still going to keep it right in line with that little fringe line, because that's where I want it to be. And then I'm just going to take it, flip it, and come around this corner and just put it right over the top of that other one, and we'll just snip it right here. Okay? What just happened there? Oh, it stuck to it. Okay. That's all right. It would be cute to have, I just noticed the way that that stuck to that. It looked kind of cute, just kind of hanging there. I'm going to go like this. It was just kind of hanging there. Look at how cute that would be, just kind of hanging off the bottom. Super cute. Okay, so we're going to keep that handy because we may just have to do something with that. I think I had somewhere else I wanted to use that too. So now this piece, this beautiful lace, I want to go sort of above like that. So I'm going to cut this piece of excess off the top and try and keep this kind of straight. I don't know how well I'm going to do that either. Not the best straight cutter either. But you know what, you guys? There goes my perfectly imperfect thing. I just feel like crafting should be fun, and doesn't always have to be perfect. I just feel that way, and some of you, I know I probably drive you crazy. But I have learned over the years, I've been crafting for a lot of years, and I have learned over the years that I rather enjoy pieces that are not perfect, number one. I like a lot of vintagey stuff, and I do love the little hobo bags, and not a single one is ever perfect. They're always little quirks in them, and I think that's kind of what makes them fun. So that's why I don't worry. You know, when I'm doing my crafting and stuff, there are certain things I do worry about, like when I'm working with resin and stuff. But I try not to worry too much about getting off a little bit on a project, you know, where maybe it's not perfect or what have you. And I will keep this piece because it's something I can hang on, I can make a tassel with or whatever. Maybe I'll even use it on this. Who knows? So this piece, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little bit right here and I'm going to start it. And again, these are going to come right over the top of the other lace. So I'm going to take my glue so that I keep these in the right spot. I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to dot it right where I want these bits to go. And I do have this turned in the right direction, so we're good there. Just so y'all know. And there, since that's going around the corner, we want to make sure we get those corners on there. And then here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of dot around and lay this down like that. And remember, that pocket is going to go on here too. Possibly both pockets. One might go on the front and one might go on the back. So keep that in mind as we're doing this, and that is going to help to hold some of this down as well. And honestly, I don't have to glue all of this stuff down in the middle. I'm kind of trying to get some glue on there in spots, but I do need to make sure that I do get it touched at the top. I'm trying to put a little bit of glue behind each of these little stars like that. And again, we will put a piece of lace or something over that. I'm wondering if I need to do this in a two-part video, because this is kind of gonna be a long project, I think. I don't know, you guys. I'm not sure how long I've gone so far. I'm gonna say close to an hour. I gotta stop doing such long intros to my videos, right? But I like my, my inspirational quotes. I do enjoy doing that, and I know I have a lot of people that enjoy hearing them. So I'm not going to stop doing that because a few people say they don't like it. So yeah, if you don't like it, just go ahead and fast forward through that part of it, guys, if you're not into inspirational quotes. But I know a lot of my ladies and gentlemen are into them, and so I will continue to do them. See, now this, because this is at an angle, I need to take this, and I'm doing it on the back purposely, but I think what I want to do is I want to glue it down so that it fits on these edges. And I'm going to glue this so that these are in the right spot. You know what I'm saying? And that way I can work from there with this part up in here. The front looks fine. I got the front all in line, and that's the most critical. But I don't have a problem with having to do the back a little bit different. So what we're going to do is we're going to take right at where this scallop goes up here. We're going to cut that off. Toss that aside. That way we get that out of the way. And then we're going to start from this edge here. We're going to get this edge on there nicely. So that it's sitting where it should be. Just like that. Okay, and then this is where we have the kind of the mess, so to speak. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sort of pleat it. And we'll just do like this. And if I do that, I can get it to go all the way through to the denim. And I'm going to do this piece the same way. I'm going to glue that down a little bit. Right there. And then I'm just going to kind of lay that down a little bit. I know this might not look like much right now, guys, but trust me, it's going to be fine once we get the pocket on the back. Yeah, it looks a little bit rough right now, but that's okay. I'm going to take this and I am going to cut across. And then, let's see, get a little glue there. And then I'm just kind of going up into these little scallops. And I'm going to get up in here as well. Just a little bit of glue, a little squeeze. Just like that. Look at all that glue. Whew, messy, 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 messy. And this is not my usual Gorilla Hot Glue, you guys. When I use the Gorilla Hot Glue, I can get it off my hands way easier. This is just Dollar Tree Hot Glue. It works like a charm, you guys. So if that's all you can get or afford or whatever it may be, get that Dollar Tree Hot Glue. It works, you guys. It's not, there's no shame in using budget materials, you guys. I get so irritated that everybody thinks they gotta use, you know, all these big name products and oh my goodness, come on, guys. trust me, I know this when I say they're not necessarily made better than the Dollar Tree stuff. I'm telling you, it all is coming from the same darn place. It is. It's all coming from the same place. And y'all know where that is. So it's just, it's the way of the world, guys. So this, I'm going to make a little tassel here. Although I've already got tassels made, that's okay. I'm going to make another one. Okay, just like that. Just a little white tassel. And then I have a little piece of white lace right here, and we're going to add that to it. And this was just sitting there, so I saw it and grabbed it. So it's not like this was planned. None of this part was planned. And who would I be if my entire video was all planned out and perfect? I would not be me. I am just not a great planner, you guys. I'm going to start with this side with the loop because the other side's longer, so that's where I'll wrap. And we'll pull that down. And we made a bow, so it's not just a hanging knot. There we go. There. Cool, right? It's just a little tassel with lots of little... I think what I might do, though, is cut down the centers of these guys and make them more lacy looking. One more. Yeah, guys, don't be afraid to go on the back end and make changes. I do it on just about every single project I do. I make little changes here and there as I go. And it works out like a charm. Okay, one of the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to put you guys on hold for a second. I'm going to go get my little punch. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Now, you can see this, and you can see that there's not a lot of perfection going on here in this thing. It's just not perfect. I'm not that worried about it because I'm also going to fringe this. So I'm just going to not pay attention because this is bothering me. It is bothering me that this is not cut perfect, but I'm only putting a short fringe on this. Maybe 1/4 of an inch is what I'm cutting in here so that you know. And I'm just going to go around this entire edge with my scissors. Doesn't matter. They don't have to be equal or perfect. Or you guys got to get out of your heads that you got to be perfect with everything if you are one of those people. Because it will drive you crazy sometimes. Because there's some projects that, you know what, you can get this perfect. You can. Absolutely 100%. But you are going to spend so much extra time on a project that you went in to be perfect on. And it's not, honestly, not going to look any better than the one that the person next to you did that was not perfectly cut or shaped or what have you. Especially when you're doing something like this. This is meant to be kind of crazy, vintagey, hippie, boho, kind of just an out there kind of a bag. And I love these things. You guys, they're so cute. And I see girls carrying these things, and I just, every time I see a different one, I'm enthralled. And I'm like, oh, that gives me an idea. I need to do another boho bag. So you guys know I've done a bunch of little bags and stuff. I like the little tiny ones that you can wear sort of around your neck. I like all kinds of them. I just think they're the cutest darn things. And they're simple and fun and creative. And this is one way to use your creative juices and do something for you if you enjoy this sort of thing. And just have fun with it, you guys. Have fun with stuff like this. Don't stress yourself out about it. You know, just have fun. Enjoy the process. Okay, so we have this all fringed. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go like this. And I'm going to make a big old mess on my table, which I said I was not going to do, but I just decided. Because this is how I can do this very quickly with my fingernails. And look at how fast that fringes up. Look at that. Big difference. Let's get you in a little closer, like that. So this is how we do it, guys. And those of you, I know there's a lot of you who have probably fringed a ton of stuff, and you know it's not as hard as people think it would be. And so a lot of people won't do it because they're afraid of the process. They're afraid that they'll ruin something. When it comes to denim fabric, you will not ruin it. It basically seals these edges pretty much and gives them a finished look without having to do any extra sewing. So that's one thing I like about it. Not to mention, I like the look of fringe. I just do. I guess I'm a little bit of a hippie at heart. Don't quite believe in all the things they believed in the 60s, but free souls, free spirits, people who don't, you know, most hippies that I know, and I do love them. I do love them. Most of the ones that I know, they are just the kindest, gentlest people I know. Just gentle souls, and I adore them. So, yeah. I love them. Okay. Okay, I wish I had a brush or something here, like a big paintbrush. I don't know if one of these will work or not, but I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, here's one right here. Looky there. At least with this, I can pick up a good portion of it without making a huge mess on my floor. I'll have some sweeping to do, but that's okay. I actually like to sweep. What do you guys like to do as far as household chores go? Sweeping is probably one of my favorites. It just, to me, it just kind of frees my frees my spirit for a minute. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something when you have that little pile of dust, and in my case, that little pile of dog hair. Oh, Lordy. Holly, when she sheds, oh my goodness, she sheds. And I don't mean she shed as in a shed that she crafts in. Okay, there's still little, what do you call it? Fabric dust there, which actually is nice because now everything will sweep right off the top of that. Okay, so now what I need to figure out is what am I going to put across here? And I want to go simple there. I don't want to go too crazy. Now, I took this out, and I don't know if I want to put this like along here, which it looks really, really cute right here. Like that. Isn't that cute? Or I've also got this gorgeous, gorgeous stuff that Susie sent me, and I love it. And I think it is really gorgeous on this. So we'll just kind of go with a basic get around this real quickly thing. That looks really pretty. Let's back you guys down a little bit again. Yeah, I've got all my stuff sitting over here, guys. Sorry. So we could go like this and use that. And it looks very, very pretty. Or what I could do, and this is what I was initially wanting to do with this, is I think I might want to put this down at the bottom of the bag, down here, so that it is seen and visible, and I'm not hiding any of it. It would be seen here too. So if I do that there, and this here, that would be very pretty. Isn't that pretty? Or I could go opposite. I could go with this up here. And you guys, when I was testing all this stuff out, you know, you don't have everything together. You just have bits and pieces laying around, and you just kind of lay them across each other and try and figure it out. But you never have the final until you see it actually come together, and you go, oh, maybe that wouldn't look as good as I thought it would. Or, wow, that looks great. I like the wow, that looks great, and then half the time I don't even remember what I had done initially. So, yeah, that happens too. So, but I still have to come up with something to put across the top of this. And I want to go simple there. I want it to be very simple, and I have this as well. Now this is something that would also look cute at the top of the bag with the little pearls hanging down. That looks really cute. Or it would also look cute right down here, and we could do it like right about, yeah, it goes that way. I have to look at it and see which way it goes. Okay, we could do it like right about there and just have those nice little pearls hanging down, and I think that looks really nice. And we could still go with some of this right up above it, like that. I think that's pretty. And we got all these different fringes and all that great stuff. So, I think the only thing is this is not going to go all the way around. So this would be something that would only go across the front, like that. You know what I mean? So it would go like that. But the back side would not get it. And I kind of hate doing that sometimes. I don't know if it would go all the way around here, because that would also be cute, because this section is thinner, remember, because of the shape of the leg on the fabric. I just don't know that this is going to go all the way across the back. I don't think it will. Yeah, it just barely misses the mark. Look at, that's so sad, because that would have been really cute there. And of course, that's the one thing I can make a decision on. If I had this and I had two pieces, or it would go all the way around, I would probably use this. But I don't. I only have that one little piece. That would be cute across there too. So, guys, we need, I think we're going to have to go with something like this. We could either go with this one, or I don't know where the end of this one is. Where did I put it? How did I do that? It is just not there. You guys know this is one of my favorite laces. How in the world did I do that? I'm going to get this all the way off here before I'm going to find the end. Oh my word. Yep, I'm going to have to take it all the way off. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, there we go. We found it. Took us a while, but we found it. But that would be cute. It's just simple, and it covers the line, so to speak. And I think that would be just fine and dandy on there. What do you think, guys? And it kind of goes with this. So that's what we're going to do with that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start gluing that on, since we know for sure that's what we're going to use. I'm going to try and get all the way across there and not let it completely set up before I can get the lace on there. Okay, so there we go with that. Okay, and now we'll just take that right across the back side and do the same thing. I'm going to wrap this piece. Let's see, there they are. I'm going to wrap this piece around here. Okay, so now we're just gonna snip this off right there and right there. And we'll glue this piece on like that. And I feel good about that. It's simple. You're not really going to see much of it, to be honest. It's just kind of a little hidden decorative piece of lace. So I like it. I think that looks cute. Just like that. Okay. So yeah, this does not look straight. This, I feel like this side should have been cut in a little bit more. Part of me wants to just do this, fringe it up a little bit more, and then cut and trim around. Didn't want to make another mess, for sure. But that brought it in a little bit and a little bit closer to... And once I get the straps and stuff on here, it's going to pull it all together. I'm pretty sure. So I say I'm pretty sure because I can't guarantee that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I think we might do this. You go there. You go there. And I want this to go across that top piece on the pearl trim without catching up the pearls themselves in the adhesive. And that'll go over there because this is just going to go right across here like that. And I think we're just going to put it on the front. So now, first of all though, we need to figure out what we want to do. Do we want because see, that'll come right over that pocket on the front. So we want this pocket in the back. And I think I may just put it just like that. Right? And it's sewn, so we're all set there. I don't know why I didn't fringe that very good, did I? Or maybe I didn't fringe it at all. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I fringed it, I cut it, but I don't know that I ever actually did the fringing part, and I will work harder on that as my day goes on. But for purposes of getting this video done, I am going to glue our pocket on. I'm not going to sew it on. Oops, and I don't want to glue the fringe. Okay. And we need some more glue. I need to keep that sort of out here because this is going to go fast putting this stuff on there. Okay, so now just going to go like that. Make sure it looks even at the bottom. There we go. And then I'm even going to put glue behind the pocket in the middle. And then up along the side. My glue started to get a little cold there because I was pushing so much through at one time. Okay, so we have a pocket on the back. Doesn't that look cute? It's super cute. You know it is. We are going to put, let's see, I've got 2 pieces of this, so I want to make sure I do this right. Now, I could use, where did I put that? I didn't put it up there. I've got this. Where did I put that other piece of trim? I know I set it right up here somewhere. Oh my word. Oh, there it is. We could take this and put it across the back like that. Just maybe across the pocket. Doesn't that look cute? Or I could put it right here across the pocket. I think that looks really cute. And actually, I think I'll even go beyond the pocket and I'll just use this whole little piece down here at the bottom of the pocket. I like that. Yes. Decision made. Okay. And I know I have a few friends, sorry, I got the glue in my mouth. I know I have a few friends that watch my videos that really do enjoy the boho bags as much as I do. And so hopefully they'll like this one. And I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this one or keep it. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so there's that. And then maybe if I use a little bit of this up here at the top of the pocket. Or, let's see. We do still have, no, this isn't the one I want. This is. We have this. We could put that on the back by the pocket too. I like that a lot. And you know what? I have another piece of my my lace with the floral in it that might actually look better than the darker one there. Got it right here. I just put it in here this morning so I know exactly where it was. You guys, I'm putting stuff in boxes to try and separate it out to get this space organized. So I've got that too, and that's super pretty. But I'm going to pull this out and see if maybe this would be better than this, since I've got these lighter colors here. Kind of looks cute going across the pocket like that. But I want to check it on the front too. Because I'm kind of feeling like maybe this might be really cute. It's almost like an ivory color. It's not quite white and it's not beige. But that might be pretty on the flap. And this stuff, I don't know. I do love this one though. This is one of my favorites. And to add a little bit of the darker lace would be okay. I could shoot. I'd love to put a piece of this on here somewhere. It's the last piece I have. I've also got these flowers, and I got these from Temu, you guys. They're really super pretty flowers. I finally took a chance and ordered some stuff from Temu, but these are pleated organza flowers. Look at how gorgeous these are. And these came from Temu. And they have them in different colors and stuff, but aren't they gorgeous? I love them. And actually, Debbie had sent me one, and she couldn't remember where she got it from. And I was going through Temu one day, and I saw them, and I got so excited because I was just like, oh my gosh, there's the pleated organza flowers. And I was just thrilled. You know, I was initially, and I may still, this is the tassel that I was planning on using on this. But I'm wondering if I might just throw in my other tassel as well. Because I do love that white going through that one. And then maybe just kind of have this popping out of there. Like that. Oh, but we've got our pocket. Now, do we want this pocket on the front? Look how cute that is. Look how cute that pocket is. Oh my word. It does look really cute on there, and you could pop your keys in there. I really do like that. And I think I was going to go with a little piece of this over that too. Or I can still take this, because this is heavy as well. This will hold that flap down. And put this up here. Like that. Put a little piece of this here, or maybe across the pocket like that. That would be cute. And the more I do this, you guys, the more confused I get about what I want to do, which is bad. A very bad thing. This is so pretty, and it looks really pretty on this. I think I might go with this across the pocket and this across here. I don't know, you guys, or maybe this across the pocket. And that way I don't have to use all of it. And then this at the top. Yeah, I honestly actually think that looks better. So what I do need to do is I need to put glue underneath all of these beads and things so that nothing comes apart where I'm going to cut it. And then I take my silicone pad and I press that down like that. Because it's nice and cold, it stiffens that glue up and cures it. So we're going to cut it right across there. So you guys, I have a feeling this is going to have to be a two-part video, and where I will cut it, I do not know. So it may have already been cut before this position, maybe not, but it has to be in two parts because it's just a lot of work. So we're going to put this on the pocket right here. So what we first need to do is we need to put our pocket down. So here's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to go around my entire pocket. And like this. And that looks really good right there. Okay, guys, like it? And then put some glue back behind there. A nice big dollop of glue back there. Okay. And then what we can do is we can take our pretty little trim here, put that there, and maybe have this come out of there like that. Have that go there. And where's our... I love this because I ended up putting one of my my pretty skeleton keys in there. And that looks really, really pretty on there. Part of me, though, is feeling kind of like it looks pretty with just that nice little tassel there. I feel like I want to tie this piece on there, too. So here's how we're going to do that. It's just a little piece of lace that I had out here, so I want to add it. So we're just going to tie this in a knot around the rest of it. And voila. We'll lay the bow down over the top and nobody will ever know it was added. There we go. There. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I need to snip this for sure, and I'm going to make it kind of uneven here. Right there. Are there any other loops? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, I do love that. This is super pretty. I could put that. Could put that with the tassel. Nope. No, I think I'll save that for another project because I really do like this one. It's a little more simple. And we've got a lot going on this little purse, so I think that would be nice and simple with this, and then I'll find something to put right there. I could take a piece of this maybe pop it on there. And that way it goes with the rest of that. I think that looks pretty. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to take and make the executive decision. We're going to pop that little piece on there, just like that. And the bow's still sticking out behind it. We're going to glue this on the pocket here. So I'm just going to take and grab another piece of glue, first of all. Okay. Oops. There we go. Just like that. And this will go right over the top. Just like that. Okay. Okay, there's our pocket. I don't know, you guys, maybe I will just make this an incredibly long video. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Let me glue this on real quick. Now you all know, I'm doing a lot of glue in here. This is not going to be a handbag that you're going to grab and put on your shoulder every day and take out of the house and go shopping with. No. I don't want anybody to think it's anything more than just a fun little, you're going out for a little bit, you want to have something cute hanging over your shoulder, and you take it and you pop a couple of cute little things in it, because it is sewn, so the openings won't, you know, just open right up, because they're not glued. And so just enjoy it that way. But don't try to, you know, take it out on a night on the town. And yeah, no. I don't think it's really made for that. I'm working on this. This is not the easiest part to put on, if I'm being honest, because I got to get it up around these corners and kind of dimple it a little bit. In order to get it right. And I think I'm going to need to cut it right there. And hopefully this will go over that ledge and stay there. And this is a stretchy denim, you guys. You can see. So the purse itself will stretch, and you can add probably a decent amount of stuff in there. Maybe that should go on the, I don't know if that should go there or next to the pocket. I think it should go next to the pocket. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm not going to put that on the pocket yet. I have this little strap. It's just a little denim strap. It's off the same jeans. You can see it's got the little rhinestones in it. It's along the seam of the leg. Cut the whole thing off and used the whole thing. So, next thing I'm going to do is I went and I got my little snap thing. I do not know how to use this. I have never put a snap on anything in my life. I got this, I inherited this from my mother-in-law when she passed away. And I use it to poke holes in paper, and that's about it. Well, today I thought, I wonder if that will poke holes in denim. And sure enough, it does. And I'm going to take where this has the seam here and the seam here, I'm going to put this strap on there. I'm going to try. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue there, just for safe measure. And I'm going to tap that down on my silicone, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side, on the inside. Just like that. And you guys, I'm doing this just based on my own thought process that this would help make it more secure to have that glue around the fabric. I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to do it just because it feels like it will keep it more secure. So, that's what I'm doing. And I do love no-sew projects, you guys. And you can see this is what the inside of this looks like. It doesn't look too bad. It's just a flap, you know, so it's not bad. I did not fringe this part, and part of me wonders if I should, or if I should just maybe I should just fold this down and glue it on the inside. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I am. Okay, let me do that real quick, you guys. I just think that's a really, really smart idea. Where'd my glue go? There it is. Ugh. This thing runs out of glue so fast. It's just one of the teeny ones. And I have teeny sticks of glue. Okay, so let's grab a hold of this, pull this up, and I'm just going to fold it over and press. And I feel good about that. I'm excited that I thought to do that because it actually sort of finishes off that edge. Not perfectly, but it finishes off that edge. It doesn't look messy or sloppy. I could still put maybe a piece of this across there, and it would look nice. Is it necessary though? No, it is not. I could also put it on the inside here, which might look really nice. I could glue it on the inside of this. This is not easy to do this and figure things out. Let's see. On the flap, you know, and have it kind of coming out around the whole flap there, like that. That would be cute. Or, where's the other stuff? I've got this too. And I could just take a little piece of this and go right across there, just to give it a little something. But honestly, guys, I don't want to add anything more. I don't think I need to. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, now that the glue is all dried over here, but I did fold that over, so I think I have one more piece that I want to fold in right here. And then I'm going to try and get this snap thing through this fabric. I'm going to go right below that fold. So here I am. Is there stuff inside there? There we go. So there, now we have a hole right there. We're going to make a hole on this side. I'd really like to go through all of this fabric, but I just don't think that is the best decision. So I'm just going to go through right there at the seam. And then I'm going to take my, let's see, I'll just take these needle nose pliers and I'm going to sort of enlarge my little holes a little bit. And then we'll go to this side. And I gotta try and get this through there. So this side is pretty daggum thick. And I don't think that's gonna work so well. So I do have to cut into this a little bit. So I'm just gonna take my scissors and make that space a little bigger. I'm gonna put it in so that the good side is out. And I'm gonna push it in to the inside here. Just like that. So we've got that side in. And I'm going to poke this side a little bit more as well. And get it around the corner. No, I didn't make that side big enough. Okay. So let's get this in here. I think I'm going to have to use my pliers and sort of push it through. I love needle nose pliers, you guys. Thank you to whoever invented them. Okay, so I got that side in. Now this is not a particularly long handle, but that's okay, right? And here's what I'm going to do with this, you guys. I'm going to pull a little bit back out. Whoopsies, not that far. And so I've got this side and this side. And I am going to glue this all right here. Like to the point where the glue is touching pretty much everything. Just like that. Cute. Cute, cute. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to get the glue right there, right there. Get it all together, and we want this to come out and touch the other side of the handle. There we go. This was so fun, you guys. Oh my goodness, this was fun. Whether or not anybody buys it or I use it, or it will definitely decorate my room if I keep it. And I will use it. I am not afraid. Seriously, you guys, I am not afraid. My girls at the store where I work, they know me, and they're just like, they know, they bring all kinds of silly, crazy things to me to look at, because they're just like, this just seemed like you, Carol. I think you would wear this. I think it'd be so cute. And they're just the sweetest little people. I just love them. I really do. There's very few of us that are my age or older. Very, very few of us. But we do enjoy the young girls, because they just, you know what, they light up my life. They really do. So if any of you all are watching, they even watch my channel sometimes, and at least go in and they, you know, they like my videos and do all that stuff. They've been doing the old hype key and getting in there for me, and they have come rallying around me. So, and they enjoy a lot of the stuff when I bring it in and show them. They're just like, I've given several of them little gifts and things, because that's just what I do. Okay, so there's that. Now we have our tassel, and our tassel's going to go right there. Does it go on this side, or should it go on this side? I feel this side. So that's where I'm going to put it. I also have, you know what? I don't even know why I didn't even think about it. I was planning on using one of these flowers on my tassel. What is wrong with me, you guys? Ugh, I really don't know what is going on with my brain. But I am going to use the flower because I love them. Look at that. I mean, that is just gorgeous. I could use this color, or I could use this color, and this goes really great with it too. Goes nice with the tassel, and since I left the tassel kind of all in whites, that would be nice. Now here's my other tassel, just so you guys can have a look-see. I could put that one on there too. And actually that looks super duper cute. I could save this for another one. I have another bag that I want to do too, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I have these pretty makeup bags that I want to fix up as well. That would be pretty on there. Or this one. I love, love, love this one, and my black one with my C on it. Isn't that gorgeous? That would be pretty on that too. But let's see. Now, we decided we were going to go with this one. It's very light, and you know what? That might be better because it's lighter weight, and I will find something to put this on, because I still have one more leg of those pants to work with. So, yes. So I think I'll just, I wonder if I was to, you know what? I want to put a piece of this on here. I just realized all I have to do is glue that on there and let that hang. Look at how pretty it looks. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't think of that before. I'm going to put some glue back here. And we are going to do this. And honestly, I'm going to put some glue here, put some glue here, I'm going to cut a couple of these strands of pearls off because they're not going to get seen. And that way I can use them on something else. So, let's snip these two off. One. And two. There we go. And I will absolutely, use those on something. Not going to waste them. And I'm going to cut that right there. And we're going to glue this right on the front of the bow. And look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? And decide, Carol, do we want white? I think we need to pull this color kind of together with the top. I think that works. What would be a great idea would be to poke a hole through the bag and tie this on to the bag, but I'm not going to do that because I would be going through it and into the inside of the bag, and I don't know if that is such a great idea. So we're just going to glue it on there. It'll go right into that fabric. And this has, they even send these have the felt on the back of them, these flowers that I get from Temu. I love them, you guys. I truly, truly love these flowers. They are so beautiful. And even if they come sort of a little bit squished up, which most of them didn't, believe it or not, they're easy to pull back into shape. So, yeah, they go right back into shape. There we go. Do, 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 do. And then were we going to use these down here? I think I was, wasn't I? And look at that. I have just the exact right length. Is that a sign? Here's your sign. I feel like that's kind of a sign to use them. I mean, it literally is like perfect. Okay, so we're going to go for it. So let's just go ahead. We're going to put a line of glue there. From there to there. Right across there, and then put our fringe over the top. And we need another piece of glue already. No, I'm not going to put those on there because I feel like that is so flippin' cute. Oh my goodness. And Miss Carol did not glue the back pocket onto the back, so we are going to do that. I only glued the front pocket on, so Yeah, I wasn't thinking when I did the back one that the top should always be held down, because that's where you're going to do the most pulling when you're getting into the purse. Look how cute! Oh, did I leave the... No, I took it off that one. This one has a barrette thing on it. I took it off of the other one. They come off real easy. But I feel like the back definitely needs something, and I know what I was going to do. I was going to put this bow on this pretty bag. Initially, that was going to go on the front. But that's okay. We're saving it. We're saving it. We're saving it. We can put it with that tassel on something else or whatever. That's okay. I'm really, really happy with the way this turned out, and I'm glad that I went with the lighter weight tassel and all of that. So I'm thrilled. The next one, maybe, if I can get my sewing machine fixed, maybe I will just use my machine and sew it and complete it, you know, a little bit stronger. Okay. I could put that across there. That'd be cute, right? That's super cute. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm going to do that. Super cute. Oh my goodness. And that just kind of caught me out of the corner of my eye. It was back on another part of my craft table. So cute. And I have this. I really don't want to leave that thing on here. Oh, let's see if I can get it off. I don't want to ruin the bow either, though. Okay. Here it comes. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Do 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 do. It's alright. Okay, come on now. You just have a little ways more to go. Oh, I see. It's connected. Yeah. Here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to take this and try and snip off this piece down here. These snippers are not going to be the best choice for this. Sorry, you guys. Another section that should probably get removed from the video, and I apologize to you if I don't remember to do it in advance. There. Good enough. Now I just have a little piece of it back there. Okay. Cute bow, right? So let's take this. Where did I glue it? Right here. We're going to cut that off. Right there. There we go. And that's stretchy and the pocket's stretchy, so that works out great. Awesome. And then we could even put this right in the middle or off to the side. I like it off to the side, I think. Where's that other little... I also had... Oh, I glued that to it. That was just glue. Glue stuck on that, not anything else. In case it looked disgusting, it really wasn't. I don't know if it works to have a tassel on the front and a tassel on the back. What do you think? Put it on this side. I like it. I think it's okay to have that tassel on the back. I really do. I think it looks cute. So, booyah, I'm gonna do it, as my grandson would say. And we have a crazy little bow. There we go. No, I'm not going to waste that. I want to save that for another project. And we do have this cute little flower, though, that would be cute on the pocket. And or this pocket. Or off to the side. No, I like it on the back. I think it looks cute on this pocket right here. Right there. Kind of as a little hippie flower. There we go. And now let's put our bow on. And then I'm going to also try and figure out a closure for this. Sometimes I do put a little piece of Velcro on my little bags like this, but I do have some super duper strong magnets, and I'm feeling like maybe the magnets would be nice to put. No. The magnets would be nice to put, or at least one of them anyway, just, you know, like right here to hold it closed. We'll see. I have to see how that's going to work, if it'll work. Because really the only way to put it on is with adhesive. And I just don't know how well adhesive is going to hold those magnets on. Because they're a slick surface, and we all know what slick surfaces and hot glue do together. They don't go together well. So I'll have to think about that and kind of figure that out. But we are done, you guys. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. And I am super excited. Let me get this stuff out of here. I have this as well that I want to use on a handbag, but I chose to use the denim piece on this one just because I felt like that was just what I wanted. I wanted denim on denim. So I'm going to pop all this stuff in this little baggie so that I don't lose it, and then later on I'm going to take it out and put it in the right places. But for now, I want it all in the same spot so I know where it came from. Okay, guys, this is it. We did it. Let's get this. That we're keeping. Okay. So, this is our handle. Look at this cute little bag. Oh my word. I'm going to back up, and sorry about all the junk in the background, but I don't care. So that's what we've got, you guys. Now, that's not to say that once I get done with this video, I won't add a little something to this, because you guys know I always do. And that's okay, because you'll see it in the pictures if I do. If I don't, then you won't see anything in the pictures, and you'll know that I loved it just the way it was. So, I'm going to go like this. There. At least that's a little less crazy. There we go. And I will also, oh, here's the back. Sorry, guys. That's what the back looks like. It is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So I will take some pictures, and then I will also take some hanging pictures, and I'll stuff it with a couple of things on the inside, you know, just to kind of give it the effect of being full. I could put these guys in there, because I'm gonna be working on these pretty quick here too. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, whether I'm going to leave them as makeup bags or if I'm going to turn these into little handbags. I haven't decided yet. I don't need a ton of makeup bags. I don't travel anymore. I have not. I went to Arizona recently for the holidays, and that will probably be the last time I travel for 10 years if I ever travel again. Literally, because we just do not travel anymore. The money isn't there. Try living in California and having money for vacations. On Social Security, nah. You don't have anything left over after you pay your bills, if you can pay your bills. So yeah, we don't go many places anymore, unfortunately. And I used to travel a lot. I used to camp. I used to do a lot of things that I just don't do anymore, and it makes me very sad, you guys. But I live with it, and, you know, maybe one of these days I'll get lucky. Tides will turn, and we will be able to start doing some traveling. That would be really, really great. So we'll see. You know what? God is good, so He does work miracles. So hopefully, maybe we'll get to start traveling again. But anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching this video. God bless each and every single one of you. I love you guys so much, and I'm so glad that, you know, you come over here and you watch these videos and you give me those thumbs ups and those hypes and comments. I love responding to all of your comments. So please, please, don't be afraid to comment or ask a question, you guys. I will answer your question. It may not happen that day. It may be a couple of days, but I will respond to your questions, you guys. Always, always, always. You know, stay safe, stay well. Be good to yourselves. Be kind. And, you know, let's make 2026 an amazing, amazing year. And don't forget to get over to Bird's Place and hit that flower sale. I believe today's the last day, so please get over there, join, and get your orders in, guys. Love you all. Be blessed. And I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end. Bye-bye.